can't wait to see this one.
Of all the superstars on the roster, this guy is amongst the hardest working. That goes without saying.
Definitely shout out to Don Chaos. We know you got our back, and we got your back too, man. Denver, Colorado all day, brother. We're definitely going to hook up with you. Much love to Carnival Spirits for putting us on as well on this YouTube, man.
Shout out to you, Don Chaos, for, what is this episode, like 126 or something like that?
Yes, sir.
You've been putting in work, bro. Respect. Y'all doing some shit for the community and the fam out there. Appreciate it. So just keep doing what y'all doing, you know what I mean?
Congrats to Don Chaos for 1,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop.
Keep it going, man.
Congratulations, Don Chaos. Yes, keep it going, man. Good luck to you, fucking Don Chaos. And fucking hell yeah on your 1,000 fucking followers.
You know who it is. It's Ouija Mac, bitch. Shout out to Carnival Spirits. And fucking shout out to Don Chaos one time. You know what's going on.
This is my brother. Everyone, Don Chaos and Brother Lynch Hung here.
Yeah, and Carnival Spirits, what's up, man? Don Chaos, what's up? It's your boy Brother Lynch Hung. We out here tonight. Let's go.
Fuego Flames and my nigga Don Chaos. What's going on, B? It's my brother right here, my boy. Excuse the left, excuse the left.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is Don Chaos, and I'm with a very legendary man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Hey, Sean. Yeah, we at the gathering, y'all.
Radio show of the year. This one's always controversial. Coming in number one, we got Hours of Chaos with Don Chaos. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, there. Congratulations, man. Don Chaos, Hours of Chaos.
Yo, 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 yo. What is good, everyone? Welcome to the Hours of Chaos podcast. This is episode 160, y'all. 160. We are on the road to the 200th episode. So how is everyone? Of course, you know who I am. I'm your host. I'm Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S, your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO, the Carmen Millionaire. And if you don't know, now you know. And if you still don't know, chat, of course, you guys should know. We go live every Thursday. We've gone live every Thursday for the past 5 years. So that does not look like it's going to be changing anytime soon. You know, if you want to go live and do your own thing, well, that's cool. But we've been going live doing this show for 5 years, every Thursday. We're going to continue to do it every Thursday. So what is good, everyone? Make sure you guys are sharing this all over social media, in Discord, anywhere, everywhere. You know, make sure you're thumbs upping this live stream. Also, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're watching exclusively on Carnival Spirits, the super chats are welcome if you are watching exclusively on Carnival Spirits. Of course, our guest tonight is going to be the one and only Donnie Menace. And tonight, we are going to be doing a giveaway. And what is it that we are going to be giving away? Well, usually I wait towards the end of the show to show you guys what I'm going to give away, but since we haven't done a karma giveaway in a while, I'm going to show you guys what we are giving away. What we are giving away is an extra copy. And I picked this up at the gathering last year, so it hasn't been open. This is an extra copy that I am going to give away tonight. We are giving away an extra copy of Insane Clown Posse's Historic Tours DVD. So we are giving this away. And yeah, that's going to be the Karma giveaway tonight. It was an extra copy that I picked up at the gathering last year from the merch booth. And yeah, let me get a Donnie Menace in the chat, y'all. Let's get a Nightbreed in the chat. And then, of course, let's get an LSP in the chat, y'all. You're new? Well, since you're new, welcome to the show. Of course, when you guys want to be entered in this giveaway, just let me know you want to be entered towards the end of the show. And then we will do the regular where I put names in the chat where if you guys say you want on, so wait till the end of the show, and then I'll write your names on sticky notes, and then I will put sticky notes in the hat, and then we will do a live drawing. Again, our guest tonight is the one and only Donnie Menace. Hopefully you guys are doing good. You know, we've always gone live every Thursday per the past 5 years. That ain't changing anytime soon. So yeah, we're going to just touch on some news topics, and then we are going to bring our guest, Donnie Menace, on the show. If you guys tuned in live, that chat was very lit last night. Let's continue to make the chat very lit. Of course, last night we had the dude Big Chronic on last night. If you guys missed that live, you can, of course, go back and rewatch it, as well as also links down. You can watch past episodes of the Hours of Chaos podcast. And it's all in a playlist, which is down below, so you guys can watch all past episodes. Also, there's links down to all my social medias. And, of course, there's links to our guest, Donnie Menace's link tree, which when you hit someone's link tree, it takes you links to all their socials and where you can hear their music, where you can buy his merchandise. So make sure you peep Donnie Menace's link tree. He has his own official merch store. You can also get some of his merch at gorehopshop.com. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into some topic news. And then we are going to bring our guest on. Again, if you guys missed it, immediately after this, if you want, go ahead and watch the previous episode of the Hours of Chaos podcast that we did last night. Again, the reason why I did 2 episodes this week, because I was making it up to you guys for not doing one last Thursday. So yeah. And again, this is episode 160. We are officially on the road to 200 episodes, y'all. Can you guys believe we are getting so close to 200 episodes of the Hours of Chaos podcast? And then April this year will be the 5th anniversary. So we're definitely, that 200th episode's going to be a very big episode. And then when we get to April, we're definitely going to have a very big 5-year anniversary celebration stream. Of course, we are live everywhere. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, as well as Facebook. Again, if you're watching from CarnivalSpirits exclusively on YouTube, super chats are welcome in the chat. A lot of those super chats will go to future Karma giveaways. So yeah, let's get into some news. Pretty much dropped a whole bunch of news last night. There's definitely a bunch of news to drop tonight. So first and foremost, if you guys have not heard that new King ISO, whoo-wee, definitely give it a listen to. It's called Get Well Soon. Full-on review coming for that album, because I am going to get in the habit of doing reviews of new releases again. And all I got to say is, if you guys have not heard of King ISO, or you haven't heard this new King ISO album, hooey, oh my God. No, I don't have the super chat thing set up on my channel, Shanzi. I need to figure out how to set that up. Eventually, I'll get to where I can set it up here on my personal channel. Right now, for some reason, it's only exclusively on CarnivalSpirits. But yeah, that new King ISO, y'all. Full-on review coming soon. And I may not be doing that review by myself. I might be joined by some people. Because all I got to say also, if you guys just don't know about King ISO, you are totally missing out. Or if you've never seen King ISO live, you need to. One of my favorite rappers in the game right now. He's like on that list with Ouija, Ritz, and then there's King ISO, as well as a bunch of other people. But yeah, that new King ISO is straight fire. So yeah, let's get into some news, and then we're going to bring our guest on. Also, just kick back, relax, y'all, light something, drink something up, whatever you're doing to this show. Again, if you're brand new, welcome to the show. We're glad to have you here. So just to plug it in, so you guys know, Replicon Radio is doing awards this year. Also, there's a link down in the description to their GoFundMe to get the awards made for this past year, because the awards that they made for the year before, like the award that I won, those awards were not cheap to make. So links down in the description to their GoFundMe. Also links down in the description to Amanda Panda, or as she's known in the chat here, Lady Chaos's Twitch stream. So make sure you guys go follow her on Twitch. That's my girl. But yeah, Replicon's doing their awards. They're going to make the awards like how I won that one, and those were not cheap to make. So if you can at least put in just a little money for that for them, that'd be dope. But the categories for this year are, of course, one of the most controversial categories every year. For the last 4 years, they've doing these. Again, I don't know why this category is always so controversial, but then there's asking for nominees for podcast YouTube show of the year. You guys know who I got my pick on. There's definitely quite a few people that I think that deserve to win this award. You know, like the homies at Deck One Dealt deserve to win this award, but I'm definitely going with them, or even the homie Beastmaster for his show, or I'm even going with the homies Two Juffs and One Cup. And the other categories are for graphic design artist of the year. You guys know who's got my pick on this. I'm definitely voting for Lakeland on this category, because you guys should know Lakeland does very dope artwork. He's done a lot of artwork for me. He's done artwork for a lot of other people that do their shows. He's done a lot of artwork for artists or groups. He had the honor of doing the album artwork for Project Born's EP that they dropped last year on Halloween. Yeah, that album artwork was done by the homie Lakeland. So Lakeland's got my vote on this category. Then there's the categories for Underground EP of the Year, as well as EP of the Year. Then there's Event of the Year. Then Music Video of the Year. Then Underground Music Video of the Year. Then there's Underground Album of the Year. Producer of the Year. You already know who's got my vote on Producer of the Year. With me, it's either Shaggy the Airhead, Devereaux, or Slasher Dave. Then there's Album of the Year. Also, Wicked Wood is now booking for 2022 select dates. So if you guys want to get Wicked Wood for a show, just hit them up at the Inquire wickedwoodsales@gmail.com. Shouts to the homies Wicked Wood. They got a lot of good stuff they're working on, y'all. A lot of stuff I can't say right now, but from what they've told me, they have some more straight fire coming for y'all. And then just announced today, Ouija Mac is going on a tour. So here's the tour dates, and I'm sure there's going to be more dates added. You know, everyone's always complaining about this. Why isn't this artist coming to my neck of the woods or yo? But you got to remember, sometimes these are like the first select dates first, and then eventually dates are more added. I think people seem to forget that dates are added more. But yeah. Again, if you haven't seen Ouija Mac live, I don't know what to tell you guys. Never get tired of seeing him live. His live show is So yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. Who's going on tour for? I'll probably butcher the name, but it's Camidine. Yeah. Also, the homegirl, Jay Iria, the sexy psycho, she just dropped a new track. Well, music video to the track Made Me Crazy featuring Twista. You guys definitely need to check this out. She's definitely one of my favorite female rappers out there right now. I've actually seen her in concert. She's really dope live. And she just released a track/video with Twista. So she's worked with a lot of big name people. She's definitely someone who I'm definitely looking to try to get interviewed sometime. Also this month, Low Key is doing the Low Key Takeover, where every month or week he will be doing a different drop. So here's the dates. So right now he's done a hoodie drop. He's going to do shadow masks. And then starting in February, he will do the Unbreakable singles, where he's doing a bunch of different drops. So make sure you definitely check out Loki's website, because here's the dates for all these different drops he's doing. That artwork right there is really dope. I don't know about y'all. Also, Summit Fest, the lineup for Summit Fest, which is going down Saturday, August 27th, has been announced. And there is the lineup. Also, R.A. the Rugged Man just dropped a new music video off his album, All My Heroes Are Dead. Again, if you guys have not heard that R.A. the Rugged Man album that dropped, All My Heroes Are Dead, whoo, straight fire. But he dropped a video for the track Malice of Manhum, featuring the legendary Chuck D of Public Enemy. Holy shit, y'all. Go watch that video. If you haven't heard the track neither, listen to it. Also, if you haven't even listened to that album, R.A. the Rugged Man, All My Heroes Are Dead, you need to. Also, Steve-O just dropped the newest episode with his podcast, episode 92, Wild Ride. And his guest on there was the one and only Shaggy 2 Dope. So make sure you guys definitely go check that out and watch that. Shout outs to Steve-O's The Wild Ride podcast here from the Hours of Chaos podcast. All right, we have two more topics, and then we're going to bring our guest on. And coming out March 18th, Cypress Hill. Yes, y'all, Cypress Hill is dropping a new album, and it is going to be called Back in Black. I'm excited. I always get excited because, Cypress Hill's one of my all-time favorite hip-hop groups of all time. Hell yeah. Shouts to Be Real and Cypress Hill. If you guys didn't know, Be Real does have a Twitch too, where he interviews people on his Twitch as well as his YouTube, but he also games on Twitch. So shouts to Be Real and the rest of Cypress Hill. And then finally, some very dope news, y'all. Guar, the legendary Guar, is dropping a new album titled Dark Age or Dark Ages. These are the different bundles you can get. You can get a shirt, a guitar, a hat, what looks like a cassette tape, the CD, a little bobblehead. That, y'all, is dope. If anyone's ever seen Guar live, very dope show. Seeing them live at the Gathering, such a great show. So entertaining. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, MC Snacks and MC Lars dropped their newest Hatchet Talks, which you guys need to check out that episode. They did a review of my number one favorite Psychopathic Records album of all time, and that is the original Tales from the Lotus with Mars. So go check that out. Let's catch up with the chat. No, it's not Bailey's coffee. Shanzi, it's just regular coffee from 7-Eleven. Yeah, MC Snacks has been killing that. Hell yeah. I've always wanted to see Cypress Hill live. I've heard they're so dope live. Yes, Guar is a very messy show, babe, but it's a messy, awesome show. But it's just like going to a clown show. It gets messy too with Fago and stuff, but Guar gets messy when they throw blood on the crowd. But yeah, Guar is a messy show, but it's an awesome show. Yeah, those last two episodes. Are you talking about the episode, Shanzi, the other episode where they did the review for Yum Yum Bedlam? Just a heads up, y'all. I've planned sometime in the future to be on a future episode of Hatchet Chat as a guest somewhere down the line, just so you guys know. I've let MC Snacks and MC Lars know that especially MC Snacks, that I would definitely be down to be as a guest on there. Oh, yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. I'm loving that Hatchet Chat series. Yeah, I was just about to go, Shayna. Wait, what are you? I was just about to go. Confirmed. Confirmed, y'all. Shayna is a time traveler. But then you corrected yourself. Confirmed, y'all. Shayna is a time traveler. Confirmed. I know it was a typo. I was about to just say, I think Shayna just confirmed that she was a time traveler. Maybe I'm a time traveler too. Purely speculation. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and bring our guest, the one and only Donnie Menace, on here. So I'm going to go ahead and send him the link. Send link to him. Whoops. Hold on. There we go. We're also going to play some of his songs tonight. Track Who Slashed Ya? We're definitely going to play that tonight. All right, y'all. The link has been sent. I still can't believe we're on so close to the 200th episode of the Hours of Chaos podcast. So when we get to that 200th episode, y'all, we're definitely going to be doing a big giveaway. Trust me. I'll try to figure out something big to give away. Of course, that's where a lot of the super chats are going to go. They're going to go to future Karma giveaways. Or sometimes our guests will sometimes contribute to a giveaway. Or sometimes you guys will even contribute to giveaways. Like there's some stuff I have here that B Clown has contributed to future giveaways. You guys will have to see. But yeah, B Clown has contributed to future Karma giveaways. Yeah, link has been sent, so now we'll just chop it up for a bit until Donnie Menace gets here. Oh, hell yeah. Perfect timing. Let's give this man the proper introduction like what we do for all our guests. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone in the chat, please welcome to the show the one and only Donnie Menace. Menace. What's up, man?
What's good? What's good? What up?
What's good? Welcome to the show, man.
What's happening?
I'm good.
Does audio sound clear?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Hell yeah. Thank you for joining the show, man. I know we've been trying to get you on for a while, so I guess, again, as I've been telling a lot of my guests, I guess everything aligned perfectly.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me, for real.
So yeah, I guess what we'll do is where you just like give a little brief introduction, who you are, where you're from, like a little brief history about you, but then we will ask the questions with your history more. So it's like a brief introduction. Tell us who you are, where you're from.
Yeah, word. Yeah, my name's Donnie Menace. I'm from Connecticut, currently residing in Las Vegas. Been out here for about over a decade now that I think about it. I am currently signed to LSP, founder and main representative of my crew, Nightbreed. And yeah, I just dropped a single titled Who Slashed Ya, and we'll answer more questions as we go along.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be playing that single tonight, definitely.
I bet.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess the first thing we'll ask is, a lot of people don't know, you've actually been rapping for so long. So tell us, when did you actually start like rapping? Like if you can remember, how old were you when you first started rhyming?
I've been rhyming legit since I was 9 years old, just for fun. I've always been around rap. Like my uncle was a hip hop head / drummer for a metal band, and then also And because of that, I'd always he always had cassette singles and shit. So I'd always snatch his cassettes. And of course, the cassette singles had the B-sides with the instrumentals. And I didn't even realize I was freestyling, and that's what it was called at the time. But I had a little karaoke machine I got as a birthday gift. So I would fuck around on that. And this shit was ass, obviously, because I was a child. I'm rapping about school lunch and boogers and farts and shit. But like, I've legit been rhyming and trying to write songs since I was a child. But like, I want to say probably like 14, 15, maybe even 13 is when I was like, you know what, this is what I really want to do. But yeah, I've legit been rhyming for fun since I was 9.
Oh yeah. And did you go by any names back then, or have you always been called Donnie Menace?
I went through multiple names, man. Like that's just the phase you go through when you're trying to find yourself. Like when I was younger, I know one of the names was like M80. I don't even know why I named myself that. It just sounded cool. Fucking terrible reason. You know, what else? I had another one where it was like D Fear or something like that. I had a couple that I legit don't remember in all sincerity, but I even think like every rapper that has some type of drug association at some point, they called themselves Wicked. I even called myself that at one point, like when I was like fucking 15, I think. Like I went through mad phases of like different names until I stumbled upon this one. And even this one, I wasn't even trying to use as my stage name. It was like a tentative backyard wrestler character I was coming up with when I was in high school, because I used to fuck around with that shit too when I was a teenager. And it had a ring to it, so I started throwing it in my rhymes and shit, and it sounded good, so I just started sticking with that.
Hell yeah, I used to do backyard wrestling too. Like I recently just found the old YouTube channel for the old Backyard Wrestling Federation I used to do stuff with.
Oh, dope. Yeah, see, none of that shit I did was on YouTube, man. Like me and the cast that I was doing it with, one of them had to plug into the public access channel in Connecticut, and we were just filming shit, and they were rushing it down. They were trying to get it broadcasted at the time. And sometimes they air it, other times they wouldn't, but we wouldn't know until that time slot would come up.
Hell yeah, I used to do like a lot there. Like my main jobs, I was the senior official, I was the commentator, and then I was the cameraman.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I would hold camera and do commentary, Stranglemania style, nothing but dick and fart jokes while wrestling the whole 9. You already know.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I remember when we started out, we used to have we would legit do it in the backyard, and then eventually we got enough money to have our own wrestling ring set up in the yard.
Yeah, we was ghetto as fuck, man, because like my neighborhood where when we was doing it at, like a lot of us didn't even have backyards and shit. We was either wrestling in the projects that's right up the street from from the duplex I grew up in, or we was doing the shit at the playgrounds that were at the different fucking elementary schools or the one in the neighborhood. And then sometimes we'd end up like setting up events where there's like the after school programs going on, and like the kids are just sitting there watching us beat the shit out of each other.
Hell yeah, those were fun days, because I remember we used to do that, and we would have legit like barbecues and parties while we do it.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I remember one time we were supposed to have Tommy Dreamer was supposed to show up at one of our events as a special guest, but I don't know what happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's
there's like
awesome.
Yeah, there's like a wrestling company here in Denver called Primo's Hardcore Wrestling. They like do a lot of events at like the Roxy Theater and whatnot.
Ah, dope. All right. Yeah, CZ, I just started getting into GCW recently. Dude, Fats from Pixar Didn't Happen put me on to it. I've been watching it ever since. You ever watch GCW?
I have. That's like some crazy old school like GCW, CZW type shit.
Yeah, that's the shit I grew up like really falling in love with and watching, man. That shit takes me back, just watching a lot, just the way it's shot and everything, just the blatant obvious shittiness, everything is just great.
Yeah, that's some like crazy wrestling. I guess my friend just recently went to an event there that was like in New York at like one of the old ECW arenas.
Hammerstein. I was just watching that one.
Yeah, my friend was actually at that event.
And that one was fucking dope, man. Yeah, they had one before that where Moxley, I forgot the dude he was wrestling. I feel terrible, but I'm still learning everybody's names and shit over there. But it was the main event, and they were cutting each other open with pizza cutters and shit. Man, it was fucking dope.
Hell yeah. I've been watching that documentary series, Dark Side of the Ring. That's really interesting.
Yeah, the New Jack episode is my favorite, because New Jack was is like a god to me, man.
Hell yeah.
That shit hurt. That shit killed me when he passed away, because it was funny. Me and one of my dudes from my crew, we were just coming up with different marketing plans and shit. And one of the ideas we've been coming up with is just sending merch out to different people. And we were actually just brainstorming the idea, trying to send a care package to New Jack, and then not even a day later, he fucking died.
Yeah, he used to do like shows here, like at local wrestling promotions here, which was dope.
That's sick. Yeah, he's one of the few I never got a chance to see live. And I hate the fact that I didn't, man, but it is what it is. I still got his action figure, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, he was crazy, but he was an awesome dude.
Oh, yeah, he was the shit. Only person that will whoop your ass to a soundtrack.
Yep, like when my friend saw him, he was legitimately beating someone's ass to the song Natural Born Killer.
Yeah, nonstop. Like the whole time you will hear motherfuckers probably get some of the people he wrestled and like purposely hurt probably get PTSD when they hear that song because they heard it the whole fucking time. Yep. Beating the shit out of them.
And I just found out like on like the channel Peacock, you can watch old like wrestling footage. You can watch every Raw episode from way back in the day. You can watch every ECW from back in the day. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. The only whack part about New Jack's like matches on shit like Peacock and things like that, since all the new streaming and how they detect music, because ECW didn't give a fuck. They didn't license their music. They just let dudes come out to whatever. So they got like this stock song that kind of sounds like it, but its diet is fuck over it. So it sounds, you still get to enjoy the match, but it's cheesy as hell with a lot of the music. Like when Rob, because Rob Van Dam used to come out to Walk from fucking Pantera. Yeah. It's like a bullshit version of that when he comes out. Like a lot of the dudes came out to classic like metal and rock songs, but you kind of get the idea, but it's just like, come on, that's not it when you hear it. It's
exactly like the recent episode of Dark Side of the Ring. They just did like the steroid scandal that happened in like the 90s.
Oh, did they really?
Yep. The one about, who am I trying to think of? Jake the Snake Roberts. That one is just sad. That dude had it rough.
Yeah, I still need to catch up on them. I've seen the only two I've seen so far is the FMW one and the New Jack one. I'm automatically anything that revolves around death matches or the extreme shit. That's the things I gravitate towards by default. But I need to watch the other shit.
Well, since you like death match on this season, there's like 2 episodes where they talk about famous death match wrestling guy Nick Gage, and that dude was crazy.
Yeah,
too.
I've been hearing a lot about him.
But yeah, I guess one of the questions we'll ask is like, how did you come up with the name like Donnie Menace?
Yeah, word. Or do you want to ask? You asking me that now, or that's a question later?
Well, that's the question now.
Oh, word. All right, for sure. To be honest, my name's Donnie. I was just playing with different terms and shit that were synonymous with wicked, dark, violent, things along that nature, and that happened to be one that I came across that had a nice ring to it, and I ran with it. There's no real epic story behind it or nothing like that. I wish I had a better story for it, but that's all it is.
Well, it has a good ring to it.
Yeah, that's really all it was. I was playing with things and it sounded good. I started throwing in my rhymes, and other than the backyard wrestling shit, which was realistically that character, I don't even know what the character was supposed to be at the time. I was really just trying to make myself as like a wrestler, which was just like a smart, like wise ass, like roasting the motherfucker and just, shit like that. And that's kind of when I just ended up just using it in my bars and shit. And here we are.
Hell yeah. I had a scare during a match one time where we were having a first blood match, and one of my friends, he was only supposed to bleed a little bit, but then he started bleeding too much, more than he was supposed to.
Yeah.
So here I am, like holding his head and trying to help him out of the ring. I'm like, bro, you are not going to bleed to death on me like this. No.
Oh, man, fucking one of the worst. Luckily, all right, so this ain't like no bleeding story. It's actually hilarious. More, at least I think it is. One of the L's I took with the wrestling shit when I was doing the backyard matches, we one of the tapings we were doing at, of course, one of the fucking playgrounds in the neighborhood. Dude, I was wrestling against kid Mikey. He his finishing move, because he was able to land a perfect fucking 450 splash off of a monkey bar, and like flawlessly. I've seen him do it hella matches before me with other people. So I'm like, all right, word, because I was losing that one anyway. We already agreed on it, a coin flipped or whatever. But so this motherfucker does it. I'm just waiting for it to catch it, right? Knee straight into my nuts, dude.
Ooh.
All that way. Dog. I wish I still had the footage of this shit. Like, I was like 15 at the time and shit, but like that still to this day was probably one of, and I've been a fight or two or whatever, but like that was the most excruciating thing from a physical impact Given no damage was done, luckily, but that sucked.
Yeah, some of the crazy shit I've seen is I've watched homies get thrown through flaming tables. One of my homies was so tough that he was wrestling while he had very bad sunburn. So every thing he was taking was hurting. So after the match, I'm like, everyone give this man a round of applause. He's wrestling with really bad sunburn right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I've been through tables like barbed wire. Like, I haven't got hit with fire, but I've obviously been burnt by accident and shit just in life throughout. But like, even that, nah, don't leave my balls alone.
Yeah, my homie that we got thrown through a table, we scared the hell out of us because then we're like putting dirt on him really fast and then getting a fire extinguisher all at the same time just to make sure it goes out.
Damn.
Oh yeah. And he was like just in shock. So we like lifted him up and the look on his face, like, did I just fucking do that?
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like we didn't really start getting crazy extreme with shit until they started doing it. That a lot of people just like stopped like at the same time. A lot of the shit we were doing was just like borderline bad on purpose, where it was just like shitty as hell. I can't describe it no other way besides like if I watch the tapes now, I'll probably just cringe at how shitty it is and not stop laughing. I wish like my tapes were more epic like that, but they're bad. Like
yeah, eventually, like at first, a lot of my homies weren't trained professionally, but then we had a guy who was like a referee for a company, and he actually trained everyone actually just to make sure that no one really hurt themselves, which was good.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, one of the cats that I was doing it with, the one that actually started building a fucking ring in his backyard eventually, he's actually doing amateur circuits out in Connecticut and whatnot right now.
Oh, yeah. And if you had to pick, someone in the chat said, who are your top 3 JCW wrestlers?
Jesus Christ. Are we going off like the DVDs or just like current right now?
That I don't know. Like, I know he's been in other companies, but if I had to pick Madman Pondo, that dude is crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it, because like it's hard for me to pick because I know like so many people have been in and out. But if we're just going off people that I've seen on various cards and just in general from me watching it, yeah, Madman Pondo for sure is number 1.
Of course, Rude Boy, which I had the honor of interviewing him, which was dope.
Yeah, fucking Rude Boy for sure. And obviously, I would say ICV, but like that's too much of a fucking default one. One of the people I did used to always fucking die laughing at was Fat Fuck Barrel Boy whenever
I remember that guy.
So yeah, I'll throw him in there for sure. Who else? Oh my god, I hate getting put on a spot with shit like that just because I haven't watched like actual JCW. Oh, you know what? Jesus Christ, the names are at the tip of my tongue and I'm going blank right now. I also just hit my ball.
I also like Necro Butcher.
I'll just go with those 3 for now.
Yeah, Necro Butcher is crazy.
Yeah, there we go. That was one of the ones I was fucking trying to remember. That's to do with these borderline balding, has like the wild hair.
Yeah, and then he always wrestles like without like his like boots. He just wrestles barefoot.
Yup. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I've been to a few JCW events. It's so entertaining. I've been like to one here in Denver, and then I've been, of course, seen it at the Gathering plenty of times.
Yeah, that's fucking yeah. I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen like in person. The events I've seen was the one at the Gathering I played at in 2014, and then Tempest Release Party like way back in the day that I went to, and fucking of course the fucking original, the throwback DVDs and shit. Volumes 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. And what made you want to actually take like music like more seriously and stuff?
It's always been around me. And I kind of noticed I had something with it and I was getting good at it and I was determined to get good at it at the same time. Once again, my uncle was a drummer in a metal band, and also I always had music around me. A lot of the people he was always around were musicians. I had some people actually record demos that went to labels and shit off my fucking karaoke machines. Back in the 90s, people used fucking anything to try to at least get a demo done. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but nonetheless, I was a kid and I was just starstruck watching someone use my shit. But it's just I've always had it around me and it felt natural. That's really it, to be honest.
Hell yeah. And we have a question in the chat. Will the Donnie Menace, the Threat mixtapes be available on CD again, or are they sold out for good?
I've been contemplating remastering it, to be honest with you, throwing it on streaming for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I may do a short run of them, of the originals, one more time, just off the strength of I know a lot of people want it. It's just I personally hate that fucking record now. It's bad. Oh, it's whatever. But I know other people appreciate music that us as artists we don't make that decision at the end of the day. But no, I will eventually reprint it. It's just at the time a lot of things I do need to work some kinks out on it. Like I definitely want to do a remastered version of it. Just if you want to hear the original, it is still on Dat Piff right now. It's just there's it's jack beats and shit on there, so there's a lot of things I got to maneuver around and possibly even remix some beats to get it on streaming and re-release it properly and whatnot. So it has been an idea I've been throwing against the wall. So I'm not going to say that it's out forever, but there is a possibility of it being re-released. In terms of originals, there'll probably be a short run of those coming soon. I will say that. I'm not going to say when, but I will probably do a short run of originals one more time before an actual re-release gets done.
Hell yeah. And you've worked with quite a lot of big, like, known people, like, in the scene. Like, you've had the honor of, like, working with the legendary Flatliners and whatnot.
Yeah. Shout out to them. It's been an honor. I met them at, I've met them first at, it was a video shoot I did with Real Wolf. Shout out to Real Wolf and Tom from Real Wolf as well and his whole crew over there. But I was doing a video shoot for a track that I was doing for Real Wolf as well because he was doing one. They were doing their video to the song Train to Kill with Rusty Jooks on it and Lex the Hexmaster. Shout out to Lex. And I was doing my video to the track I had with Lex that was on the same project. But we all met there and kept in touch, and then come to like about a year later, they ended up getting booked on the Vegas Juggalo Weekend event that I was playing as well, and we clicked up there again and kept in touch. And since then, we've been talking. We ended up doing that Death Jam Volume 1 mixtape together, which we're working on doing a Volume 2 to that very soon. And that should be hopefully coming out next year. And but we've been doing a lot of stuff together. I want to say we've been working together now on and off since like for about almost 4 or 5 years now. Shout out to Red Rum and Gravedigger too, man. Those are my peoples right there. It's an honor. Like, it's legit like an honor to work with them. Under Satan's Authority is one of my favorite records. I got Live Evil on vinyl, like in a frame in my studio type shit that I bought back when I was like a teenager.
Yeah,
so, like,
USA is like one of my top favorite albums. And I always tell people those dudes don't get enough credit. I say those dudes are kind of like the influential people when it comes to horrorcore and the wicked shit. Like, there's so many people that are the staples. Those dudes are definitely staples. I've had the honor of interviewing them too.
Yeah, word up. And a lot of people get it misconstrued and take offense when they say that they were the creators of horrorcore. People don't understand when they say that they created the term. Mm-hmm. They never stated that they were the first people to make music with that content. And that's kind of where the confusion gets, like, with them and who did what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've explained that when I interviewed them. They're like, there was other rappers out there, but we were the first like rap group to use the term horrorcore.
Exactly. Yeah, and even then, not even beyond that though, that record itself is a very historic record by itself because the producer Rockwilder, the one that did the song Rockwilder for Redman and Method Man, some of his first beats that he ever got placements on are on that album, that song Graveyard Nightmare, and he's actually rapping on that song too.
Mm-hmm. And Death Jam back in the early 90s, they were starting to slowly turn into a direction with doing horror rap and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, that was a whole brief era. And basically once their videos and shit started getting fucking banned, they just kind of gave up on the idea instead of working around it because the record USA went gold. Like, that whole market, something could have been done with it. Just when people started seeing the retailers get like closed doors on it, they didn't think of any other ways to brand it. And that was the shitty part about it. It left a lot of artists in limbo because there was a whole wave of artists, especially New York City horrorcore artists that got fucked in that situation.
Exactly. Like, I tell people, I think it just also depends where you lived, where some people in New York might have heard about that. And then other people in the Midwest may have grown up on Esham, where you in like Vegas and Colorado and California and all that, we were all raised on like Brother Lynch Hung and Insane Poetry.
And in Vegas, Doomsday Productions especially.
Yep. So I guess
Yeah,
it
it's
just, I
I'm
tell
saying like
people it
that's really
depends
all it
where
is.
you
It's
were
like you
growing
have
up.
originators of the culture in all respectful areas, regardless by default. So it's like not a case of who did the shit first, as it is just pay homage to the OGs in general. Like fuck the bullshit.
Yeah, I like have easy like contact with those dudes. Like I actually have plans to like have them on the show again, but where we're gonna like talk about the anniversary of USA and they're gonna like discuss it. That would be dope.
Man, that's fucking ill. Yeah, because not like, and with that being said, no, because I grew up on everything, like, and Flatliners were just as much in that picture as everybody else that's relevant in the fucking culture. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, I can hear like when I first heard you, I'm like, yeah, this dude definitely has a lot of East Coast fluence in his music. That's dope.
I appreciate that word.
And how did a lot of people probably want to know, like, how did you like get like affiliated and signed to LSP? How did that come about?
That pretty much the same poetry was how that came about. We would shout out to him. That's been one of my that's one of my OG fucking mentor, fucking big homie, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like he's been a good friend of mine for quite some years now. But I met him in like 2009, 2010. And he was actually on tour with Scum at the time in Doomsday Productions, speaking of which. And Twisted Insane was on that tour too. And I just went to the show because I knew some of the people that were throwing it. This group, Cutthroat Cadavers, shout out to Frankie Goldie. And that show was, I went down there just to show support or whatever. Plus, I wanted to see all the acts on it because I never got to see them live before. I met Psycho there. I ended up hanging out with them after the show and whatnot. And I slid Psycho with CD. And eventually, and this was even before he was signed to LSP. He was still doing GRE at the time. Yep. And eventually, and Psycho loved the record, so we always kept in touch. I met Scum, we bullshitted a little bit, but like it was more Psycho who I knew, so that's who I continued to talk to. Me and Scum, like we knew each other, but it was just Psycho was who I talked to at the time. And so eventually he ended up in Denver and ended up in the situation with LSP. And I don't remember if I reached out to him or he reached out to me, but somehow I ended up on a Gore Fest. And from there, that's when I actually really, really started talking to Scum. And from that point, we started building a relationship. And even with me and a lot of the artists as well, I was working, doing music with a lot of them, doing mixing and mastering, collabs and so forth for a few years. I went on tour with Liquid Assassins. Huge shout out to Scum and Liquid for giving me that opportunity to go on the road with them for that. But I did a lot of work with them over the years, and eventually it made sense for me to join. Sorry, I'm stolen cottonmouth. And eventually it made sense for me to put some projects out through them, just because I've been working with them so long. It really, even with me being a part of them now, it really doesn't feel any different,
Hell yeah. And anyone who's never seen a Donnie Menace live, you guys need to. It's insane.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Or if you've just been to any LSP show or anything, y'all need to come to one of our shows and y'all will definitely have a good time.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. We take pride in the fact that we all put in work and get busy on stage, man. Not saying nobody else does, because everybody kills it, and I love that competitive energy. Not even saying I'm better than the next person, just seeing, oh, that's what you do. Then we got to do this to try to balance that out. I love that energy when I got good performers on the same card as me.
Yeah, and Scum's even like always told me, he's like, everyone plays their part. The artists play their part, and then you, Chaos, like the podcasters and the people who let the artists come on and promote themselves, you guys play your part too.
Yeah, man, it's always a fucking good time, man. Like, and even the tracks we do, just the energy, it just feels like the tracks we do never get old. It's because we all bounce off each other, and that's once again a huge reason why I just said, fuck it, let's do this for and see how it goes. Just off the strength of it, we've been working together for fucking ever, so why not,
Yeah, Scum's he's a very intelligent and he's a very good businessman, and he's like the most humblest, chill person you'll ever come across.
Oh yeah, man. And him and Psycho definitely have been great. Like anytime I need advice, and just people and mentors for me for years, man. Like,
yeah, they do that for me too. Even to this day they do.
Yeah, man. Those are my peoples right there for real. Did you freeze or are you actually gulping that long? Oh
Okay,
shit. Okay, all right. I was like, God damn, how much you drinking the whole fucking cup? It just like froze for a second. Also,
yeah, my cam does that sometimes. So that happens. It's all good. Hell yeah. So a lot of people probably want to know, what was the like inspiration like behind like the mask and stuff?
It originally was just to add theatrics and just give some type of like, how can I put it? Something more memorable, like in general, just to make something almost like
to stand out, basically.
Yeah, and so, but from there, but that was somewhat the reason for it. That was what it started out as. But in terms of design and everything, even before that, I've always been playing with this idea and trying to figure out a way to do it. Like I was doing like mouth shit and everything, like different painted ones. I had 8 Legs do a couple for me back in the day, but trying to find some type of niche like that stuck out, and just everything I did, it didn't stick to me, or I thought it felt corny while I was doing it, until I started playing with more of a half-face design. And from there, where that came from was I knew already from the jump with the design, like I was trying to do something that like had some type of either like Asian war demon, something like, or some type of war. I don't even want to say necessarily war paint, but like what the fuck are they, like samurai masks? Like I was looking for something along those lines. Just anything along those lines that were tied into that, or like demons or anything amongst Asian culture, because I'm part Asian as well. I'm Asian, Black, Native, and fucking Scottish. And I was just looking up anything that tied into those different variations, not necessarily restricted to just me being Thai, but just anything tied into Asian, like different war and like fighting and going to war and whatnot. And I didn't realize what the design was later down the road, but it ended up being, it's something spun off of a cartoon. I'll just leave it there. So, but we went with that one design, and then I started flipping it and flipping it and flipping it. And so I came up with my own design itself. And it started evolving into the different variations that I do now, where it was originally loosely based off something, but then it became its own. And that was what I was going for in the first place. I just needed a base for it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. And how did like your own thing, Nightbreed, how did that come about?
The name itself obviously is from the Clive Barker film. And it's inspired by. The whole reason for that is because in the film itself, in the world where Midian is, these people were minding their own fucking business, and basically, as usual, horror movies, people go in there and fucking with their shit, and things happen to them. But realistically, they were made out to look like they were bad people, when in actuality, they were the good guys, because the outside world were the ones coming in and fucking with their shit. And that's kind of the whole premise of it. Like, some are viewed as bad guys, but realistically, we're actually the good ones in this situation. You know what I mean? Almost like turning negatives into a positive.
Hell yeah. And that's one thing I've always liked, that a lot of the music I've always listened to, I told people it looks like it has a negative thing, but if you dig down deep, there might be something positive, where in the case, some of the bigger name acts out there look like they might be sending out a positive message openly, but who knows? Deep down, they're probably sending out a negative message. Who knows? Yeah,
like here's the best way I can describe it. Like, do you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I do. I love that show.
All right, it's one of my favorite shows as well. Word. All right, so basically, and the creators say this all the time, the whole show revolves around basically these guys being terrible people, and that's what makes them funny, because they're fucking idiots. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, the characters are dumb. And so that's kind of, and a lot of the shit that myself and my crew Nightbreed rap about, a lot of it is all based off of sarcasm, and like, at least we find this shit funny anyway, but it's in a joking manner, because we look at it like, if we can't laugh about a lot of shit, how the fuck are you supposed to face it in the first place? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because life's too short.
Yeah, and it's not saying like, ha ha, at you. It's more or less, that's a way of dealing with it in a lot of ways, is just finding some type of humor in it, even if it is in a really dark sense. But it is what it is. That's how some of the funniest shit has came about since art has been a thing.
Exactly. And I see you even like recording like your own studio. That's dope.
Yes. I've been I've always fucking tried to be as hands-on with my material as possible.
Hell yeah. And if you can remember, like, this is one of the questions we ask our guests, if you can remember, like, what's like the first piece of music that like grabbed your attention, that like made you fall in love with music, if you can remember.
Black Coffee by Heavy D.
Hell yeah.
And the reason why I remember this isn't the fact that I remember it, as it is my uncle's best friend, who was him and my uncle were the ones that really introduced me to hip hop growing up, because he would always come up from the PJs, went right up the street and fucking play music and just bullshit with my uncle. And I guess when I was a toddler, I would fucking like, anytime the video would come on, I would fucking dance just like fucking Heavy D and shit to the song. And like, that was my shit when I was little. But Heavy D always has been one of my favorite artists. But before I even knew that I even got into him, that was a song that I didn't realize I liked. So yeah, I would say that for sure.
Hell yeah. That's a good book that I like recommend for a lot of people. Like, people always wonder, how do people like fall in love with like certain sounds? Like, there's a book that explains that. It's called This.
And I think you froze again, G.
All right, as I was saying, yeah, there's this good book I recommend. It's called This Is Your Brain on Music, The Science of a Human Mind. And it explains like why people are attracted to music. Like, maybe the beat attracts them first, and then next is like the next stage, maybe the lyrics are relatable. It's a good read.
Yeah, it's a trip. I started learning that about a lot of people just with me doing music as well, and meeting musicians. Like, for example, our producer / DJ Den One, he bugged me out describing how he hears music when like he hears rappers. Like, I never heard someone describe it the way he did, but when he hears someone rap, he hears like their voice is an instrument before he even hears what the fuck they're saying. So like, someone could literally just be saying that they're guzzling diarrhea for like 16 bars straight, but if the voice sounds dope, he's just gonna be rocking out to it, not even realizing. Then he'll come back and realize, wait, what? Like, it's some shit like that. But I've never actually known someone to do it that way, because I hear everything at once whenever I hear someone rap. But just, that was a perception that tripped me out.
Hell yeah. And everyone has their own different like writing process and creative process. Like, what's your creative writing process? Like, what do you do like to get you like in the mood and influence you? Like, some people I know, they'll just sit and they'll like listen to beats and stuff.
It's realistically just, I have a very fucking ADD, spontaneous, ridiculously horrible, weird creative process, because my brain is always going at random thoughts, no matter what, whether it's saying stupid shit in my head that I laugh at, or I'll randomly come up with a line, or I'll hear a melody in my head. Because if I'm not doing a beat, I'm writing. And I kind of found a way to balance that out now, because whenever I get writer's block, I start making beats. When I go drawing beats, I write now. So it's kind of now whatever my brain shifts to is what I'll maneuver towards. And if I feel like it, I just start doing it. And it can happen at any fucking time. It drives a lot of people around me and close to me nuts, because I'll literally space out and just start writing in my head. But that I have to get it down, because otherwise I'll forget the shit. It's fucking ridiculous, but I really don't have a creative process. Just shit comes to me, and then eventually I just start jotting it down.
Yeah, that's how I get. I'll get like creative when I come up with ideas for my show or something for entertainment, and I'll be like hitting people up late at night going, hey, I just came up with this idea, and it will be like really late at night or early in the morning. They're like, dude, what are you doing up? Go to sleep. So I understand that. I get ADD too, like a motherfucker.
Yo, that's when the best ideas happen sometimes. So I'll be like, Dad about to fall asleep in bed, and then I'll just bust out laughing at a random like idea I'll have for like a skit or something like that.
Hell yeah. And if you can remember, what's like the first piece of like music that you remember like buying, like album wise or anything, with your own money?
With my own money, I saved up all my lunch fucking money for DMX. It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Oh, that's a classic.
One of the first albums I got as a gift when I was a kid was 1993 by Naughty by Nature. I think I was like fucking 4 or 5, but like once again, everybody knew as a kid I like rap, and somebody got me that. It was a clean version, obviously, but I got that tape as a gift as a kid just because I kept snatching. Everybody knew me as the tape snatcher when I was a fucking kid.
Oh yeah. And you've been like where a lot I found out about you was like through those ciphers you used to do back in the day online.
Oh, Grimo?
Yep.
Oh, word. Yeah, I still fuck with Grimo. Shout out to them, actually. The one we did with Snow Goons, actually, is on the most recent Snow Goons album, Renaissance Kings. Huge shout out to them for putting that on there. Yeah, Peace to Lingo, AOK, and everybody over there, man. Para.
Oh, yeah. And where do you like hope to like take your music like maybe 10 years from now?
As far as possible, honestly, man. And I don't really, it's one of those things where it's just at the end of the day, there's a lot of fucking people out there, and you can't tell me that the one place we're in are the only people that think and feel the way a lot of us are in when it comes to a lot of just views and shit and energy that's in the music that we're in. And I feel like a lot of us restrict ourselves with that alone. And it's not even saying like, oh, go be commercial or anything like that. No, I'm saying like broaden your reach. Like even you'd be surprised with just even some of the people outside of this type of music that I've worked with that I've ended up just meeting awesome producers too. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. And that's realistically where I'm going with it. It's just as far as I can, like for all I know, I'm not, and this is just hypothetically speaking, like I'm not saying that I want to do this, but like, let's say if like fucking Game or somebody wanted to do a song with me, hell fucking yeah, I'm gonna do a song with Game. I'm not gonna be like, no, he's commercial. Fuck that. No, that's a way to get my fucking brand built up more. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly. I told people sometimes you got to stand outside your comfort zone, and that's one thing I always like. I love artists that aren't afraid to be experimental.
Yeah, and that's always been my thing. Like and that's what I mean is I really don't know where the road's going to take me. I'm just trying to go as far as possible. I know that I have avenues I work, but I'm not trying to restrict myself to just those if there are other people that may appreciate it. But that doesn't mean forgetting about the core of who it is that fucks with what I do. Exactly. I'm just hoping to get more people to come back and fuck with, you know what I'm saying? Like bring that shit back at the end of the day.
Exactly. And I think that's what's always made LSP such a unique label. Like everyone has their own spin and their own style that they do, like of like horror rap. He's like, everyone does basically have their own style. He's like, yes, a lot of us do horrorcore, but a lot of us on the label do our own little spin and twist on it.
Oh, word up, yeah.
Like yours is like horrorcore, like very hip hop boom bap inspired, and I can hear that.
I'm sorry, what was that? I kind of spoke over you.
Oh, I said I noticed with your style, it's very like wicked shit horrorcore with like very like East Coast like boom bap inspired.
Yes, yeah, man. That's always kind of I do other things. Like I mean, I can chop and speed rap. You'll hear me throughout on and off on songs, do that and so forth. But and not saying anything wrong with it, but I've at the end of the day, like especially just I've always noticed with my material over the years, the shit that always gets the best reception is when I do stuff like that. So it just became to a point where it's like, you know what? Fuck trying to do what everybody, you know what? Whatever everybody's doing, I'm doing the opposite of that shit. I'm doing what the fuck I know how to do, and I'm just sticking to my own shit. And that's ever since I've been just doing that, my reception's been great again. So I'm happy about that. So
well, and you've definitely been like getting a lot of attention, bro. So definitely just keep up the good work.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
And once again, if you guys have never seen a Donnie Menace show, you really need to.
I'm all right. You know, I go on stage and I fart.
Yeah, if it gets people's attention. It's like Scum. I've never seen someone like get so drunk and still be able to spit every lyric word for word and never miss a beat.
Yo, Scum to this day, man. Like he's definitely one of him, and I don't know how else to describe it, but like I get tired watching that motherfucker because it's so much energy up there, man.
I know, and to this day, because I've known him for a long ass time, I'm still amazed. I'm like, bro, I'm still amazed you can drink as much Jaeger as you can and still go on there and rock a show good.
Yeah, man, he rocks it every time, man. He's definitely one of the people where it's like, if you want to see how to kill it like by yourself, like that's a motherfucker to take notes from for sure, just because he knows how to maintain being entertaining, even with it just being him up there rapping, you know. I'm like, and that's even with not even, and the best part about it though, even with him, is he's not a simple rapper. Like he's still consistently flowing, like it's not just he's taking easy breaths or nothing like that. He's constant when he's up there, so it's not like it's easy for him to maintain that energy either, you know.
Exactly, and he's even not afraid to even be experimental himself.
Oh yeah, even when we rehearsed some of our tracks together for performing, I'll just like stare at him like, "Yo, when the fuck do you breathe?" Like,
I know it still amazes us to this day, and a lot of people don't know. LSP's been going strong now already for 22 years. That's insane. I've watched it grow from this little local thing here in Denver to what it is today.
yeah, man, it's an honor to be a part of it right now, man, and just knowing that I'm part of. I'm not even taking credit for anything that was done before my time at whatsoever. It's just cool to know that what I'm now a part of has been rocking as long as it has, and seeing it grow in my damn self, because I've even watched it expand just from the little time that I've been around. Like, even just seeing when the office got the second floor and everything was bugging me the fuck out. It's a trip, man.
Hell yeah. Shouts to Frankie, who's in the chat right now. What up, Frankie?
What up? What up?
Hell yeah. And who was like, if you could like choose, like, I don't say anything's impossible, but if you could like work with anyone currently or even someone who's maybe no longer around, who would you want to pick? And it can be the most outlandish, craziest collab.
Just off the strength of, I just feel like a lot of ones would be predictable right now if they're alive. I would say I'm gonna go with people not alive currently. And that would be one of the three. Pun, Big L, or Sean Price. One of the three.
Hell yeah. And not only do you rap, you also produce.
Or, you know what? I'm sorry. And one more. And this was just off the strength of the fact that, rest in peace to him, before he passed, we were actually talking about doing some material together. Also, Gino, like, I wanted him to do some hooks and just us to do a couple of tracks so fucking bad. We were literally talking about it, and then he went, yeah, whole other topic. But yeah, rest in peace to Gino Colshit. But yeah, throw Gino on there as well.
Yeah, that man had such a unique voice.
Yeah, that dude, like it. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
Like, I just have stories of like just kicking it with that dude, and I told people he was like one of those dudes that like could rap, and he didn't even come from a rap background. He came from a rock background, and he had that like very good singing voice that would like grab your attention. Like, you could like feel the emotion in his music.
Yeah, he has his cadence, like he had a very demanding and commanding cadence with the way as strong as his voice was, man. Like, whether it was rapping or singing.
Yeah. Like, I think like every like label always had those people that would like known for their hooks, like, you know, Death Row and all those rappers back in the day that you were known for like having hooks or choruses from Nate Dogg. Strange Music had Chris Calico, and I think us at LSP, we had Gino for that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely, Bob, for sure.
And since you currently are in Vegas, like, explain to us what's like the underground scene like out there in Vegas. Like, I heard it's really, really lit.
It's well, right now it's motherfuckers trying to find venues there.
Yeah.
There's a couple of, like, you do have quite a few artists out here. Like, there was a big hit to us due to COVID right now, where a lot of venues got wiped out that were taking a lot of the smaller shows. Since then, a couple of people have been picking them up again. But in terms of like a lot of the tours, like, we're trying to find a place that'll house them, because there's like either too small and then there's too fucking big. There's no middle like we once had out here. And there is people right now working towards that, and I'm trying to rebuild with some to do that as well. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of artists that are still rocking shit out here and whatnot. And right now it's just a case of getting more of the tours out here. But yeah, for sure, overall, locally, there's definitely a lot of artists wrecking shit out here that are also starting to make their ways to other fucking avenues as well.
Hell yeah. And that's like, I notice artists like you've just been constantly like just putting in that hustle and grind. Like, I could see the hunger, like Ouija, he's another example. Dude's constantly bam, bam, bam. And if you've seen his live show,
you can't even keep up with that motherfucker. So like sometimes, but that's what shows his consistency is what's keeping him going, and that's not knocking at all. It's fucking awesome because he's showing these other motherfuckers how it's done. It's great seeing how he does this stuff.
Yeah, and he's even originally from Vegas himself.
Yep.
Like he's basically told me, like in a lot of talks, he's like, a lot of people don't know I've grown up on this music scene too. I was like you guys at one point. I was just the dude in the crowd spectating too.
Yeah, man. He it's funny because we had a lot of mutual friends like since like I want to say about 5 years into me moving. Now I started meeting a lot of people that he also was cool with. But by this time, he already had moved out of Vegas. He was in New York, and I think he was just starting Swag Zoo, possibly. I'm not positive on that portion of it. I just know I've heard of him through mutual friends for a minute. Mm-hmm. And then, God damn it, my fucking pop up. Hold on a second. And then eventually just, of course, I started hearing more about Swag Zoo later down the road. And ironically, that same video shoot where I met the Flatliners, we were all shooting at a show that Swag Tooth was performing out in New York. And that was in one of the mutuals we have. Frank, shout out to Frankie Goldie. He was the one that told me, yo, go say what up to Ouija when you're out there. And that's our first time actually meeting. And we kind of just always started bumping into each other from there and shit.
Hell yeah. Frankie's that dude. That dude's literally my bro.
Yeah, man.
He's very funny and entertaining too.
Oh yeah, Goldie's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, like he almost made me laugh so hard that I almost started choking one time because I don't know what he said at the gathering last year, but he said something that just had me laughing.
I forgot what show it was that we were playing together, but this motherfucker goes up. His slot was before mine, and this motherfucker got a shirt made that said Donnie Menace ate my baby and was rocking it on stage.
And maybe we need shirts made of that. Have an image of you looking like Ozzy, but instead of that, it looks like a baby.
Man, I ain't trying to, man, at this point, man, I don't need QAnon or somebody trying to go after me for a shirt like that.
Yeah, people be like, we're going to try to cancel this man. Yeah, that whole cancel culture shit really ticks me off. I'm like, really?
It's one of those things where it's like, I get the attention, but like, you can't, at the end of the day, people are going to do what the fuck they want regardless. So it's just, if you don't like some shit, don't fucking pay attention to it. You know how easy it is to just unsubscribe from something or just click on that one little button with the dots where it says, I don't want to see this anymore. Like, it's not that hard, man. Fuck.
I know. Like I always watch comment sections of stuff, and some of the stuff I see, I could make like content for that for days. Just be like, really, people?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if there is something that you really don't like that bad, instead of getting fucking mad about it, find some humor in the shit and laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Like ICP, they've never ever taken themselves seriously. Even back in the day, they're like, we're just dudes in clown makeup. We don't even take ourselves seriously.
Exactly. You know, like, and that's it. Even and yo, because that's even what makes some movies. At least to me, there's some movies that are absolutely horrible that I enjoy watching because they're fucking hilarious to me because they're so bad. You know what I'm saying? You ever have like watching these shitty low budget movies and they just like them just because they're funny because they're so fucking low budget?
Oh yeah, I've watched some of those movies where I'm like, wow, this movie is so weird, but it's entertaining. Like one of those movies I say it's so stupid, but it's still funny and entertaining. It's so stupid that it's funny is Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah. Like, it's like all right, here's an example. Like any old rapper movies, like the early, but even before I got the hookup, like the old Master P movies.
Yeah.
Or fucking,
those are cheesy, but they're good.
Or you ever see like Killer Season from Cameron? Like that's another low budget one where he has like the drug mule girls picking drugs out their diarrhea and it looks fake as hell. Like it's,
yeah, those kind of horror movies are so cheesy, but they're good for some reason.
Yeah, fucking. Oh, yeah, and bad horror movies as well. Yeah, my fault. Killer Season is a hood movie, but no, yeah, shitty horror movies as well are fucking amazing. Fucking, hold on. You ever see the second Silent Night, Deadly Night?
I haven't, but I've seen the first one.
Yo, the first one's cheesy in its own way, respectfully, too, but the second one is cheesy.
Yeah, one of my favorite ones that's so cheesy and it's a horror movie and it's a Christmas one. It's Santa's Sleigh and it has Goldberg in it.
I seen that pop up on my app the other day.
It's freaking funny. Like, because I have a weird sense of humor, the beginning scene just cracks me the fuck up, knowing that he's just like going after these people and there's like this supposedly happy music playing in the background and it's just fucking funny.
Oh, it's like kind of like Sharknado type cheesy?
Yeah, it's like those kind of movies that are on
sci-fi.
Yeah, my ex used to watch a lot of those cheap sci-fi movies on sci-fi. I'm like, this is stupid, but it's entertaining. Oh, and I think that's why JCW wrestling, a lot of people like that stuff because it's so cheesy, and it's not just because the wrestling is so cheesy. The commentary is what makes it entertaining.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And is there like any like other like last words you have to do? Like, do you have any shouts? Of course, can your boy get a shout out as well as Carnival Spirits?
Oh yeah, first and foremost, shout out to Don Chaos and Carnival Spirits. Shout out to my crew, Nightbreed, of course, White Cheddar, James Joyce, the Squatch, that one. We actually are getting ready to, well, first and foremost, check out the Who Slashed Your video. That's on the Team Snuff channel, but also as well, I want to say within that same week, James Joyce the Squash dropped a video to his track Brown Recluse, and Cheddar dropped a verse to his track from our song, fucking I'm a Creep. And next week, we actually have a single that I produced coming out from White Cheddar called Music Never Dies. It's about the event with Buddy Holly where the day the music died, the plane crash. It's him rapping from the perspective. Actually, let me shut the fuck up. I'm not supposed to say anymore. I was supposed to spoil that. But we have a track coming out that I produced, and that's coming out on the day the music died on February 3rd. And that will be on all streaming retailers.
And you're currently working on an album yourself, am I correct?
Yes, I will have two coming out this year. The first one is in May, which is called Boomsticks and Chainsaws, or Chainsaws and Boomsticks. I'm still figuring out what the fuck I want to call it on that part. And the one right after that will be called Straight from the Under, and I'm shooting to drop that one either late summer or early fall.
Hell yeah. And like I tell a lot of my guests, you're always welcome on. Like when it gets close to those coming out, you're always welcome to come on the show to help promote that.
Oh, word. Yeah, I'll definitely be back through for sure.
And before you go, we are definitely going to play that track, Who Slashed Ya.
I bet. Let's do it.
So I'll go ahead and mute your mic, and then when we come back, I'll unmute your mic.
Okay.
So don't mind us, y'all, if we just start getting live. All right, this is Who Slashed Ya by Donnie Menace.
Either they don't know who I am, or they just think they safe now. Either way, I put it on the back of any place now. Get down and get laid down. I'll just stay back, bitch. This ain't the other guys that gated, don't play that shit. My brace man sick, go hit you for real. I just wanna rap cause I'm nice. Yet I still landed a deal. The rapper get killed. Last punk that thought that was fun like an eagle. I'm working face in the London like Seal. The devil is real. Wanna know how I know? Because I'm in. I get bills in Buffalo. Also where your fucking skin. This is rage from systemic pain. Catch me rockin' with Derek Chauvin's head on a single stage. Getting paid for the shit I say. Wiping out so much shit in the underground that the walls are getting stained. Getting tasteless with no shame. Pissing on your bitches' titties like milk lemonade. Who slashed us? It don't matter, you won't survive. And I finished the job if I find out you were alive. Who slashed us? Like you don't give a fuck who they are. And then slits them down the middle like the constant they are. Who slashed us? It don't matter, you won't survive. And I finished the job if I find out you were alive. Who slashed us? Like you don't give a fuck who they are. And then slits them down the middle like the constant they are. No hurt feelings and not even realize that I did it. And I think that's the reason that I'm keeping them apprehensive. And they kill with words since I treated them as a living respected. While you're begging disbelief for some tax and mention. Who are you? The person talking shit on the net? Or the person they talking shit about but getting a check? Or that petty shit, I'm finished with that. I'm a hitman, give me the bread or rip off your head and shit on your neck. It's like that movie. I'm masked up and quick when I catch it. A strap a bomb on your chest in 30 minutes or less. Take your pick, I can saw you down in half. Or I can rip your rectum out your mouth and leave you talking out your ass. The born dead, Lord Menace. Can turn my fun or you were alive. Slash you like you don't give a fuck who they are. And then split them down the middle like the comes that they are.
Yeah. God damn, boy. Hell
I'm
yeah.
just now catching up on the live chat, and I just seen someone fucking comment from earlier that New Jack started literally stabbing a dude. Yes, and he also I'm not sure if he's referring to this as well, but he damn near cut someone's fucking scalp off in the match as well.
Hell yeah. That was Who Slashed You, y'all, which I believe that was filmed at Gore Fest this year. Am I right?
Yes, speaking of Slash.
And it was definitely, I could tell it was filmed in like certain parts of Denver.
Yeah, it's just all around the surrounding area.
Hell yeah. And also, like I said, you're always welcome on the show. And if us at Carnival Spirits, if we're trying to put together an event at the gathering, and if we are able to, we would definitely love you to perform that event if we can get that together.
Okay, word, yeah. Reach out, we'll figure something out.
Like me, I'm trying to also put together an event that I want to do annually, where every year it will be like for a charity, and every year will be for a different cause. So if you ever want to come and perform and do that, just let me know.
Yeah, let me know. Definitely let me know.
Hell yeah. And yeah, whenever those albums are getting ready to come out, let me know, and I'll save a spot for you to come on to help promote them.
Yeah, I'll be in touch soon. I'm just figuring out the actual like dates and rollouts and all that shit. Once I get that in order, I'll start mapping out the press and everything the way I did before.
Hell yeah. Maybe one of these days we'll even do a stream when it gets to 30 years of LSP, and we'll have everyone on LSP all on the stream. How dope would that be?
Oh yeah, let's get it.
Hell yeah. Well, you have a good night, bro.
Yeah, you already know. You too, man. Thanks for having me. It's been an honor.
You're welcome. Later.
You know.
And that, y'all, was the one and only Donnie Menace. Make sure you guys go check links down. There's his links down in the chat. There's the links down to his, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Linktree. Sorry. There's Linktree. His Linktree, which has all his socials, where you can hear his music, his YouTube channel, all his social medias, as well as where you guys can pick up his albums, as well as his merch. He has his own website, Donnie Menace, Big Cartel, and you can also get a lot of his other merch also at, this coffee's really getting me going, as well as gorehopshop.com. So yeah, another good episode in the books, and tonight we are now going to get into a giveaway. Again, if you guys were here earlier, you saw what we're going to be giving away. Tonight, we are going to be giving away an extra copy, an unopened copy that I picked up at the gathering last year. The Insane Clown Posse Historical Tours. So if you guys don't have a copy of this and you want a copy, right now in the chat, say, put me in there. So if you guys don't have a copy of this, this is an extra copy I picked up at the gathering. It's called Insane Clown Posse Historical Tours. All right. So far, Shayna and Lakeland went in. And just remember, when you guys win, just hit me up on my social medias like Facebook. Either hit me up on my Facebook or hit me up on my Instagram, which there's links to that down in the description of this. Just let me know. Send me your guys' shipping info when you win, and I will get it out to you as soon as possible. All right. Let me catch up on the chat to see who all wants in. Okay, Lakeland, let's put your name in. Again, this is a Karma giveaway. Again, if you guys are watching exclusively on Carnival Spirits for now, super chats are welcome on there. And a lot of those super chats are going to go to future Karma giveaways. I've also been going through a lot of stuff that I want to give away. Some extra stuff that I have. I've also had people that have contributed stuff to future Karma giveaways. So yeah. Or if there's anything you guys want to send your boy that I probably don't own that you want me to do an unboxing of in mail time with Don Chaos, which is a segment of the show where I usually open my mail, where I open stuff that people send me. Just let me know. All right. Shayna wants in. Then after this, I'm definitely going to chill and get some dinner. Again, this is for those who don't have a copy of this. This is an extra copy that I picked up at the gathering last year. Because it's a Karma giveaway. It's giving back to you guys. Again, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you're thumbs upping this live stream as well. Or if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button. Follow your boy on all social media. There's also links down to our guest, Donnie Menace, all his social medias. Again, where you can hear his music, all his social medias, as well as where you can pick up your Donnie Menace merchandise, which is DonnieMenaceBigCartel.com, as well as GoreHopShop.com. He has two places where you can get his merch. He drops usually exclusive stuff on his Donnie Menace site, which is dope. All right. Oh yeah, Lakeland. Sometime I do need your shipping info again, so I can send you that triple MFD hoodie that you won, that Roxy contributed. All right, got Mary Jane. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. No, if you win, Lakeland, you're. So what are you saying, Lakeland? That you will trade your last win for this one. So, is this just so you guys know? This extra hoodie that Lakeland won, apparently, if he wins this is like a little extra hoodie that Roxy contributed. So it has a lot of her positive energy and karma as well. If you win, Lakeland, I'm still sending. If you don't want that hoodie, then we can do that again for a giveaway. But if you still want the hoodie and the DVD, Lakeland, let me know and I will still send both to you. Okay. Blood Queen. Once in. Yeah, this ICP Historic Tours DVD, y'all. This is like really dope. All right. You're back. Okay, do you know what the giveaway is, B-Clown? Since you're here, here is the... Hold on. The giveaway is an extra copy of the Insane Clown Posse Historic Tours. It's an extra copy. This is for those who don't have a copy. You know, this is one of the things that they dropped during the Patreon, and they still had a bunch of extra copies that they were selling at the gathering last year. So if you guys don't have a copy of this and you want a copy to watch because it's unopened, just let me know. Say, put me in that, and I will put you in there. And then I'm looking currently at some stuff that B-Clown has sent that I can give out in future giveaways, future Karma giveaways. Well, have him hit Beastmaster up on social media. Have him hit up Beastmaster on like Instagram if he has one. So yeah. All right. It seems like there's only a few people that want this. A lot of you guys, are you sure that a lot of you don't want this extra copy of Insane Clown Posse Historical Tours? For those that don't have it, it's a very good watch. You get to see ICP do tours all through Detroit, a lot of their stomping grounds and whatnot. It's a very, very dope and entertaining documentary. Not documentary, but it's a dope video where they show where they grew up. They go to the famous Dog Beats spot, which, you know, I went with Shanzi and Roxy last year when we were in Detroit together. Oh, I already have you in there, Max. Miss, don't worry. I already put you in there. All right, the real freak one's in there. You're very welcome, B-Clown. Like I said, this is for those who don't have that DVD. It was an extra copy I just picked up at the gathering. I picked up one for me, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick one up also for a future Karma giveaway. But yeah, some of the stuff I'm currently looking at, I'm going to do in future Karma giveaways. Some of that stuff that you, B-Clown, has contributed to. Oh, then tell him to definitely hit him up on Instagram. B-Clown. All right, the real freak wants in. All right, y'all. Last call. If Lakeland wins this, are you sure, Lakeland, if you win, you're going to trade this for the hoodie? Hold on, y'all. Okay. If I don't win, I'm willing to trade my last win. Okay, if you don't win, you're willing to trade. Okay. That's your hometown? Okay, guys, so it's been confirmed. If Lakeland wins, then he's going to then re-put up the hoodie that Roxy offered for another future Karma giveaway. Am I saying that correctly? Okay. Anywho. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get the drawing done. When you guys are ready, say draw. Or as long as one of you says it. Shake it good. All right. Who is it? All right, y'all. We're about to draw. Blood Queen. Blood Queen. You are the winner. You are the winner. Congrats. Blood Queen 1313. You are the winner. So, Blood Queen, get a hold of me on either my personal Instagram or hit me up on my public figure page on Instagram. So hit me up, send me your shipping info, and I will get this to you I'll send this to you as soon as possible. If you're wondering what the hoodie looks like, so yeah, if you're willing to trade, you can do that as well if you want. It's all up to you guys. I'll leave that to you guys. But what the hoodie looks like, let me pull it up. There it is. Here's what the hoodie looks like. It's an extra hoodie that I had that one of my homegirls contributed. It's a very dope hoodie. And it's a size extra large. So it's a zip-up hoodie. Here's what it looks like on that side. And then the back is like the triple MFD Scum and Insane Poetry's group. The cover for Butcher Brothers. That's what it looks like. So yeah, you're willing, if you want to trade, it's all up to you. You guys can decide that in the chat, or you guys can discuss that on social media and then just hit me up and let me know. But yeah, this is an extra Butcher Brothers triple MFD hoodie that Lakeland originally won, but he said he's willing to trade. But you guys can do that too. We can do live tradings on here. It's too big. Okay. So Lakeland, it as stands. Oh yeah. So yeah. Blood Queen 1313. If you have an Instagram or a Facebook page, just hit me up on theirs. There's actually links to my public figure page, which is in the link down below of this. There's links to that, my Facebook public figure page, as well as my Instagram. So just message me on any one of those down in the description. Let me know who you are. Send me your shipping info, and I will send that to you as soon as possible. And Lakeland, definitely send me your mailing info if you still want this hoodie right now. Lakeland, message me. Let me know if you still want this hoodie. Because if you still don't want this hoodie, Lakeland, I'll put it up again for a future giveaway. Lakeland, if you still don't want this, again, this was an extra hoodie that was given to me by the one and only Roxy Riddlebox. She contributed to this as a giveaway. So it has all her karma and her positive energy in it. So if you don't still want this, Lakeland, let me know on here or DM me and let me know. And then we'll put this back up for a future karma giveaway, probably a karma giveaway next week if you still don't want this, by the way, Lakeland. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of extra stuff that I have that I'm going to give away. I have a bunch of extra stuff. I know when the final chapter of Scum's Dying World Chronicles, Blackened Souls, comes out, eventually I have plans to order copies of 2 or 3 extra copies of those when those come out. And then I have plans to order a copy of like all 3 chapters of Scum's Dying World Chronicles. So you'll be able to get Dying World Chronicles for 3 times. You'll get either that album separate when it comes out twice. You have 2 times to enter. Or if you didn't have any of the Dying World Chronicles, I'm going to put in a bundle where I will order a bundle where I will order all 3 of Scum's Dying World Chronicles, Gray Skies, Red Grounds, and then Blackened Souls. I will order all 3 of those together as well. And I will do that in a big giveaway as well. So if anyone didn't even have the chance to order any of those, when that album comes out, you guys will have a chance to get them all 3 together. So yeah. Well, like I said, it ain't for buying, it's for a free giveaway. But yeah. So yeah, Lakeland, hit me up. And yeah. Again, congrats. And yeah. So yeah, hit me up on either my public figure page on Instagram, Blood Queen, or hit me up on, my public figure page on Facebook. Message me on there. Again, there's links to that as well as my Instagram. And yeah. So yeah, y'all keep me posted what y'all want to do. If y'all are going to trade those, let me know. Because that's one thing I do allow the winners to do. If they want to trade something, it's all up to them. But yeah, this has been another great Hours of Chaos podcast. You guys got 2 Hours of Chaos podcasts this year. Not this year, but this week. So far, I told you guys in 2022, we were going to get some more fire-ass guests on the show. So yeah, congrats to the winners. And you guys already know who I am. For those that have been new to the channel, you guys already know who I am. Get ready, chat, for those that have been here for a while. Again, also, if you are new to this channel, make sure you thumbs up this live stream, subscribe. Because we are live on CarnivalSpirits YouTube as well as my YouTube. So subscribe to both. And yeah, follow your boy on all social medias in the link down below. And there's the links down to Donnie Menace in the chat for all his socials, where you can hear his music, where you can buy his stuff. And yeah, definitely let's get an LSP in the chat. And yeah, get ready for the outro, y'all. You already know who I am. I am Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO. The Karma Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. And if you still don't know, chat, I want to hear it from one of you. Someone needs to say it. Waiting for someone in the chat to say it. Come on. Don't leave me hanging here. Oh, yeah. Yep. Someone said it. It's always Lady Chaos that says it. Oh, yeah. Again, see you guys next time. I will see you guys next Thursday. But then again, you guys might see me besides Thursday. Thursday is just when we do the show. We've been doing the show every Thursday for 5 years. We ain't going to stop. We are on the road to the 200th episode of the Hours of Chaos podcast. So when we get to that, we're definitely going to do a very big giveaway for that. Definitely going to have a bunch of different guests on there to come celebrate the 200th episode. And then in April, we're going to be celebrating the 5-year anniversary of the Hours of Chaos podcast, which will be a big party and a bunch of different guests on there as well. So you never know who's going to show up on both those streams. Who knows? We might even get some live performances for maybe the 200th episode as well as the 5-year anniversary stream. We might even get live stream performances, y'all. So people that are just going to come in may want to just come in and perform live on the Hours of Chaos podcast. Who knows? Might happen. So yeah, I will see you guys next Thursday, or you'll probably see maybe an upload video where I upload, whatnot. You might see me collaborating with more people on streams and whatnot, or reviews. Like I said, I've been reaching out to people to work and collab with people when it comes to doing streams and whatnot. I've been seeing if other people wanted to work with me, saying, okay, let's just wait and see if they want to work with you. Nope. Sometimes you got to reach out to people. And again, like I've been saying, you just got to kick in the door sometimes. But yeah, you can expect a lot of collaborative work. Continues to go up, y'all. Oh, Lakeland. I definitely have a good idea plan. So I'll hit you up later with it sometime. You're going to like it. So I'll hit you up. Also, you guys are awesome. I love you too, babe. That's the one and only Lady Chaos in the chat. That's my girl. And yeah, you guys are awesome. And what all else are we going to give away in future Karma giveaways? This is the Karma Millionaire. You guys are awesome. Make sure everyone knows about the Hours of Chaos podcast. Or if you guys know anyone who would like to be a guest on the show, tell them to hit me up on my socials. Peace, y'all. Also, tomorrow, tune in live tomorrow for the Beastmaster show, where Beastmaster is going to have my homies from right here in good old Denver, Colorado, shock and dash. So tune in to the Beastmaster show tomorrow with special guests, my dudes, shock and dash. Be there, y'all, because I will definitely be there. I'll be in the chat, and I might even well as be on the stream tomorrow. So see you guys tomorrow on the Beastmaster show. Beastmaster show. This is Don Chaos. This is CarnivalSpirits. 10 years, y'all. Love you guys. Peace.